kind of waiting on a topic like this. I just kind of forgot about it until I was seeing a Facebook post, and it jarred my brain. And I just want to expose this shit because, once again, I feel like people are misinformed. I feel like people are lost. I feel like people are moving wrong. They're thinking wrong. Let's be real about this, because this can go either way. You have a lot of men saying the same thing. Let's be real about it. Whether somebody was wrong more than you or not, it took two people to fail. So that means the other person failed as well. Also, we all know if you're smart, it's a marathon, not a race when it comes to a relationship. If another man made a woman want to lose weight and act right and do all these things, I guarantee you it's not real. I guarantee you it'll be temporary. Why? Because that person would have already been doing these things. It should not matter what woman or man you with. In other words, imagine me saying, oh, now I'm going to do this and that as a man because I got a new girlfriend. And the last girlfriend, she just didn't bring it out of me. Think about how that sounds, people. Think about how that sounds. Shouldn't you be trying to bring the best out of yourself regardless of who you're with? It's crazy how people have to have certain people to bring the best out of themselves. That's how you know it's temporary or it's not real. That's a fact. That is a fact. I do not need another woman to bring the best out of me. I should be doing that if I had a girlfriend right now, I should be doing my best right now. Why would I wait until I break up with her to bring the best out of me? That's fake. That's how you know it's temporary and it's fake. So when y'all see a lot of y'all exes popping bottles, celebrating, blah, 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 a lot of that shit is not real, man. Of course, I got this post from a Facebook post. I don't want y'all to think that I'm in my feelings. And so, no, it's not about that. It's a good-ass topic because too many people blame shit on their ex and then all of a sudden they're fucking Superman or Superwoman because they got a new relationship. That shit gonna die down. Why is it gonna die down? Because if you was really a person that was trying to be your best, you would have done it with whoever you with. It doesn't matter if I was with Kelsey or Courtney. Let's say one and the other's my ex and one's not. It don't matter. I'm still going to try to be the best man I can be with either one. It does not matter. Oh, now I'm with a new girl. Now I'm going to act better. This is what people do, y'all. This is that Cinderella bullshit that gets people deceived. You get with somebody new and they start moving like they're so perfect, but after a long time, that little engine that could no longer can. You see what I'm saying? It's not real. If anybody needs someone else to bring the best out of them, it's not real. Unless we're talking about your kids. That's different. That's different. Like you say, man, I got to do this for my kids. That's different. But as far as just with a woman or man, I understand the dynamics of it. But at the same time, shouldn't you have been trying to be the best version of yourself when you was with your ex? Because if not, guess what? Newsflash, maybe you're the reason why it failed. Think about what I just said. See, people say it failed with the other guy or girl because they didn't bring the best out of me or whatever the case. You know what I mean? They want to point the finger at them, right? So since you didn't try your best and you didn't try to bring the best out of yourself, maybe you're the reason why the relationship failed. Think about it. I'm not saying that's the case because I know it takes two people. But since people want to ignorantly think, you know what I mean, like because it failed because you was with somebody or whatever, and the next person is going to be so successful and so great and all this other bullshit, it's not going to be successful and great if you are depending on that person to make you a great person. You got to do that yourself, man. I cannot depend on the next woman to make me a great man. I got to already be doing that shit, man. I gotta want to do that for myself. Because if I'm only doing it because I got a new girlfriend, so I'm gonna lift weights and do this and do that shit ain't gonna last. Because you're doing it for somebody else. You're not doing it because you want to do it. Do I become a better version of myself after every woman? Of course, because I'm working on myself. But it has nothing to do with them. I'm not going to sit back and say, you know what? This ex right here, number 3, you was the reason why I was this not good of a person then. And then ex number 4, you was the reason why. Come on, man. That's a person not taking accountability for themselves. You are responsible for you being a great person, not the person you with. Even though they can have an influence on it and all that, but it still always boils down to you. For example, a woman can tell a dude to get a job. I need him to get a job. How many men out there, women tell him, I need you to get a job, he don't do it. I thought the person brought the best out of a motherfucker though, right? And I get it, it's a thin ass line, because the right person can bring the best out of you. But you shouldn't depend. You should already be trying to be that yourself. That's what makes it authentic. For instance, some people will do a lot of shit that they wouldn't do because they like a person a lot. But it's going to be temporary, man. It's not real because it's not from within themselves. They're not doing it because they want to do it. They're only doing it because for somebody else. And I'm telling you, it's going to burn out. They're going to resort back to their old self. This is why a lot of men do not stay faithful. Let's say a man is used to sleeping around, he's a player, right? And then he meets a girl and he actually gonna try to work with her. A lot of times this doesn't work because, well, it could work if that guy really wanted to do it. But let's say he really didn't want to do it, but maybe they had a baby or something, he like fuck it or something. Or I don't know, he just decided I'm gonna give it a try. It's gonna be very hard for that dude to do that. He has to really want to do it deep down inside. No woman's pussy or whatever the fuck they think is going to make a man commit and act right. That man has to want to do it. Same thing with y'all men. Y'all wonder why women don't act right. Because she got to want to act right. You can't make a woman act right. I keep saying this over and over. Over and over again. I'm going to keep saying it. You can't make a woman act right. All this, because you got to be the right dude and bring this and that out of her. Yeah, that may be true to a certain extent, but it still boils down to if she want to do it or not. At any given moment, that could change. Her feelings could change. So all that you brought shit out of her bullshit can change just like that. Can people bring you down? Yeah, they can. Like if you're around the wrong crowd, yeah, they can. Can people help you become better? Yeah, they can. I get that part. But my issue is you should already have been trying to do that no matter what person you was with, or you wasn't really authentically in it. Think about it. Think about it. How can I say my last ex didn't bring the best out of me? That means I wasn't trying to be my best. Because it really ain't on her. I should be trying to do it. Think about it. And a lot of times, man, people just jump from one person and then they in a new relationship and they trying to make y'all seem like they so fucking happy. I've seen this story so many times, dog. This is why I don't rush from a relationship to another. I've done it before, way in the past. Never again. I might get to know somebody, you know what I mean? But jumping into a full, no, it's not happening. Never going to do that again, man. Everything that glitter ain't gold, man. So a lot of y'all see, here's a good example. A lot of women see another guy, right? My bad. They see a guy they was with, maybe a baby dad, let's say a baby dad, and he get with another girl, and you like, man, they so happy, and what happened with me and him? Sometimes, guess what? Maybe your baby daddy tried the hard with you and it just didn't work, right? But he got with somebody else and it works better. Does that mean that you're a failure and this and that? Not always, people. Sometimes people just aren't right for each other. They don't correspond right, man. They just don't. It ain't always because of some person why you didn't work in a relationship. Or no, let me say this. It ain't always because you're a bad person why a relationship didn't work. You can have two people who actually really tried and really cared for each other and it just didn't work. They just decided to go their separate ways. No cheating, no nothing. It just didn't work. It happens. What about them? So I guess they was just failures, right? Also, a lot of y'all, woman or man, I'm gonna say woman for a minute. Some of y'all exes wanted you to be their doormat, and you wouldn't. So it failed, right? The relationship failed because you wasn't gonna put up with their shit, right? Not giving you an excuse. You're not perfect. I get it, right? So he goes to somebody else, and that person allows him to. Remember what I said earlier about get a job? This person doesn't care if he doesn't have a job and all that. But on the outside looking in, it looks like he's winning in this relationship, right? Don't it? Look like he's not failing in this one, huh? But that's only because that woman's allowing him to be a doormat, that woman is allowing her to be his doormat, cheating. She allows him to cheat and whatever, and you wouldn't put up with it. So on the outside looking in, it looks like you the bad person, or the relationship failed because of you, but really it's because you wouldn't put up with the bullshit the next person putting up with. It could be a woman who only asks you for money all the time. I need a favor. And you don't want to do it. You like, fuck that. I want to give money to a woman I love. Fuck that. I ain't going to just give money to you. And then she go out and find a simp. He could buy her car, anything. It looked like she winning, but really all she did was find some, what they call it, a new supply. The narcissistic people find supplies, man. They don't look for love. They look for supplies. That's fact, man. I understand that everybody wants something out of a relationship, but people who are genuine don't deliberately let me look for this and this in a person. I mean, not saying the shit you like, but y'all get what I'm saying. Literally trying to live and benefit off of somebody. Has nothing to do with you trying to love them at all. You just want benefits from them and the benefit off of them and shit like that. But back to what I was saying about the baby dad shit. Sometimes, you know, they're mean to one baby mama and they're nice to the other one, and y'all think that it's because that baby mama's better than that one. That's bullshit, man. Nah, it could be. If the baby mama is a horrible person and keeping him from his kid and all that, I guess you could give him a little bit of an excuse, but he should be getting his money up to take his kid from that woman, or get the rights to see his kid. So again, it's really no excuse. But we see this all the time, where a man will take care of these kids, sometimes not even his own kids, but reject and neglect another kid. And a lot of y'all think it's because his baby mama's so horrible, or vice versa, a woman going through the same thing. And that ain't always the case, man. Especially, you gotta understand, when somebody get with somebody new, if they are the type of person that relies on other people to be great themselves, or feel good themselves, or be happy themselves, by default, yeah, they're gonna be on cloud nine, because they allow other people to determine whether they're gonna be great, whether they're gonna be happy, and all them other things. But it's temporary, y'all. Eventually that mask's gonna come off, because it's not real, and all that infatuation wears off. And then what? See, once the infatuation wears off, that's when you find out if you got something real or not. Not that Cinderella shit. Everybody dancing and doing cartwheels and shit. Yeah, we all can do that in Cinderella. But when that infatuation wears off, but you still might like each other if it's real. Of course you're going to. But you're gonna find out if it's real or not then, not in that beginning shit. And even if somebody does bring the best out of somebody that the next person could not, it's still, to me, I don't buy that, because even if this woman is better than the last woman or something, I'm still in control of bringing the best out of me, not them. It doesn't matter. This one's horrible and this one's a great woman. It don't matter. I'm still going to be the best I can be. It has nothing to do with them. You being a great person should never depend on somebody else. Unless we're talking kids, I don't see it. So many men right now are only trying to be, I'm gonna lift weights, I'm gonna do this, only for the women. And then when they don't get the women, now they don't want to go to work. They don't want to lift weights no more. Here's another good example. Some men will work a lot and shit, you know what I mean, be on their shit, and then they get a woman and all that shit goes down the drain. They're like, oh, I got a woman now, fuck it, I don't care no more. Like I said, fake. It's not real, it's temporary. Same thing with some women. They not trying to be funny or nothing, but maybe they want to lose weight or something. And then when they get a man, they're like, shit, I don't want to do this shit no more. But what if they was doing it for themselves? What if they're trying to be the best version of them for themselves? That's all I'm saying, people. I'm not here to say that good people can't bring out good in you, because they can. You know what I mean? Just like bad can bring out bad. You hang around people, they rub off on you. But my point is, just remember what I'm saying. My point is not that people cannot bring good out of you. My point is that you shouldn't rely on people, or people should not determine if good gets brought out of you. I can look back at every last ex, man, and I still believe deep down in my heart that I had control over whether I'm going to be a good person or not. I could blame them. That's all it is. It's somebody blaming somebody for a failed relationship in the past, and now they with somebody new, and they want to hide all the bullshit they did and make themselves feel better by saying, oh yeah, it was my ex, and look at this new one. That's why I'm better now. Look at me. I'm about to get married and everything. We'll see. You already broke the #1 rule. You're depending on somebody else to be great to that person instead of depending on yourself. So let me get this straight. Y'all really think it's okay, and say I had a wife. Y'all think it's okay for me to depend on my wife to make me a great person for her? Make it make sense. Because that's exactly what it is, people. That's exactly what it is. Well, I wasn't this great person until I got with you. That don't even sound right, man. Also, they said people get pissed off. Let me tell y'all something about that too. When you really cared about somebody, you wasn't a narcissistic one, and you really cared about them, deep down inside, you might feel some type of way that it didn't work out, right? But you don't want to see them bad. You don't want to see them not be happy and do great. If you really, really cared about somebody you was with, there's no way you be like, man, I just wish everything bad happened to her, man. I don't want to see her happy ever in life. That's bullshit, man. Not when you really care about somebody. But people swear up and down they care about people, but they want these people to be live a horrible life, and they cussing them out all the time and wishing they would die and all that. You don't care about that person. If you really cared about that person at all, at ever, in any time, ain't no fucking way that you can wish bad on the ex. You don't gotta like them. You don't even gotta be with them. But you ain't no way you gonna wish, like, I just wish something bad happened to them. That's crazy, man. Or I'm mad because they're happy. That's crazy. Why do I say this? Because if you was really real, the whole time one of your goals was to make that person happy. So why would you get mad now that they happy? And also, if you was really authentic and they wasn't happy with you, they're not gonna be happy with the next person. I mean, let's keep it real. Nobody's perfect, but if you've done a lot in your power to make that person happy and they still wasn't happy, you already know what time it is. They're not gonna be happy with the next one. They're gonna be happy for a second, but it's temporary, like I said before. So if I said, man, this new girl I'm happy with, and my ex, I just wasn't happy with her, man. She just this and that. It's bullshit. It's all cap, man. Or it's an illusion. And guess what? Eventually, I'm not going to be happy with that new one. Because at the end of the day, we all human beings, man. And we all mess up. We all make mistakes. But I do get it to a certain extent. Like, who you hang around can have a big influence on how you grow as a person. I get it. But at the same time, you should be trying to bring the best out of you. It should not have to deal with nobody else. Can somebody have an influence on you bringing the best out of you? Yeah. But should they be the one that ultimately does it? No, that's you. That's you. All I know is every time I get a new woman, I'm going to be the best version I can be. Not because of her, because of me. She's going to get a better version of me because even when I was with the last woman, I was working on myself, becoming a better version of me. I didn't wait until, let me break up with her first, and then I'm going to become this great guy. Come on, man. That don't even make sense. I've had an argument with a dude about this about 2 years ago, where he said different people bring different shit out of you. Why are you allowing people to determine how you move as a man? That don't even make sense. I can't agree to that. I can't agree to, well, this woman's going to make me be a better man. Man, fuck that. I'm a grown-ass man. Ain't no woman about to dictate if I become a great man or not. This is why motherfuckers commit suicide and shit. And crawled up in a fucking closet because a girl left and cheated on him and shit. Because you allowed that woman to make you feel great and be good and happy and shit. Instead of you. And the same thing with y'all women. You letting these men make you be happy. You only feel like you're a great woman if this motherfucker texts you and come over and sleep with you and shit. That's bullshit. You should already be feeling that way. You don't need no fucking man to make you feel like you're a great woman or to become a great woman. That's just the icing on the cake. Y'all better get it right, man. That's bull. It's true to a certain extent, but it's very taken out of content. It's very taken out of content. And I'm telling y'all right now, if a man really cared about you, it might take him a while, but at some point he's not gonna want to see you do bad. When you really care about somebody, you be wondering like, man, I hope they don't kill themselves or something because we broke up or something. Don't act like y'all don't know. If you really care about somebody, y'all love each other and y'all broke up, you know you think that way. Like, man, I hope she be all right. You don't be mad and shit like, man, I'm mad because she got somebody. That's bullshit. You don't care about the woman then. You never did. Because if you did, you would want her to be happy. Same thing with y'all women. Man, fuck that shit, y'all. Don't wait until. Don't let people determine whether you're gonna be great or not. That's all on you, man. That's all on y'all, man. If you wait until a motherfucker help you determine to be great, you might be waiting until you dead. You might not ever become a great woman or man. Ever. And guess what else it does? This is the danger of allowing people to determine to bring the best out of you or not. What happens if that new person that brings the best out of you? What happens if they leave? Then what? Then what? No offense, but this is how a lot of females get ran through. Now, men, I guess they don't care if they fuck everybody. They shouldn't. They should, but they don't. Whatever. It is what it is. But this is how a lot of women get ran through because they don't have that. When you bring the best out of yourself, you feel good about yourself. You care about yourself. A lot of times women get ran through not because they necessarily want to sleep around they whores and shit. It's because they looking for that love, man. Because they don't look for it in themselves. They looking for it in someone else. This is a problem. Looking for someone else to bring that greatness out of you instead of you doing it yourself. Like old girl said, and back then on that T.I. shit, she said, what the verse say? I don't care if it's real love. I just want to feel like it's love, even if it's not real love. They don't call me back, I still fuck, or some shit like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The verse with T.I. where he said that. That's real, man. Some people don't care if it's real love. They just want to feel love. But it ain't really love, it's an illusion. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying, people, is get with a person that brings greatness out of you. No doubt about it. You'd be stupid if you don't. But don't let them determine or dictate if you bring greatness out of yourself. So in other words, I'm always going to be trying to become this great ass dude, right? But then I'm going to look for a woman that can actually help me, somewhat enhance it or maintain it, or I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say. But I'm ultimately the author of my greatness that I bring out of myself. However, a woman could alter that, make that a little, she could kind of amplify that a little bit, or she could dilute that. But ultimately, there's no excuses. I'm not gonna point back at an ex and say, you're the reason why I wasn't great. And this woman over here, she's the reason why I'm so great in life. That's bullshit, man. Nobody got time to shit on, talk bad about no exes and shit, man. That sounds like bitterness to me. Who gives a fuck what they doing, man? Be honest. And don't nobody got time to look at me, look at my girlfriend, all that bullshit, man. That's childish, man. It's childish. Like deliberately trying to make an ex jealous or something like that. People do this shit all the time. I can't do it. I ain't checking on no ex's pages. None of that shit. I gotta worry about the next person in my future life. I can't worry about what an ex is doing. Why? Why would I? What happens to the people who had a person that brought greatness out of them and then they broke up with that person, right? Because y'all say that people bring greatness out of people. So what happens if you end up losing the best one you ever had? Then what? Now you can't be great no more? According to people, you can't be, I guess. Because, you know, a person brings the greatness out of you, not yourself, right? That's the whole point. If a woman decides to leave or a man decides to leave you, you still got that greatness with inside yourself to become great. You ain't gonna fucking crumble. As a woman, you ain't gonna be just, I need to sleep with this guy because I need companionship. I'm so alone. Nope. A great woman gonna be going to school or doing something. She gonna find something to do. Be a mom, something. Doesn't mean that she don't want a man and all that shit, but she's not gonna be desperate and shit. And then end up with the bad ones. End up running into the wrong men, you know what I mean? Just getting hit and quit and all that bullshit. I'm telling y'all, man, it's not a good mindset. That's all I'm saying. Y'all have a great day, man, of course, as always, man. Do not let women and men determine your greatness, man. However, you want to deal with a woman or man that's trying to be great just like you, because if not, they could fuck your whole life up. You know what I'm saying? They could bring you down with them. You see what I'm saying? But ultimately, you're in control of that. Even in that situation, you could walk away. So for all the people who said, my last was the one that brung me down and just threw me in the dirt, why didn't you just walk away then? You know why they didn't walk away? Let's hypothetically say what they say is true. All these people who say bad about their exes, let's hypothetically say it's true, right? You know why they didn't walk away though? Because they didn't have that greatness within themselves. See, they need another person, you know what I'm saying, to feel great. Or to bring this so-called greatness out of themselves. It's bullshit. I'm telling y'all, man. I know what I'm talking about on this situation. Because once I was single for like 6 years, I understood the difference between needing somebody to feel happy and love and loving yourself. I understood what it truly was like and what it truly feels like to be loved and be in love. And it was with myself when I found that first, not with somebody else. You still got men right now who think they gotta have a woman because I don't want to wash my drawers and who's gonna do this and this and this. I can't live without a woman though, I'll die. Well, if you ain't careful, a woman gonna act, the wrong woman might take your life. Same thing with y'all women, facts, man. Plus, this causes a lot of people not to pick the right person. Because they not happy within, so they so much in the rush, oh, let me just pick somebody. They can't take it. Some people are literally settling just to be with somebody. More of the story is this, y'all. I try to be a great guy, a great dude, regardless if I'm single or not. So when I meet a woman, all the stuff that I'm already trying to do is authentic. It's not, I'm only doing this because I got a new woman now. Let me be a better man now. No, man. I'm really trying to be a better man way before that happens. So if it does happen, if anything, if it, you know, the right person does amplify it, it's just going to be amplified even more. But it's authentic, which means it's not going to fade, or it's not going to be temporary. It's actually real because I've already been doing this shit before I even met the woman. Same thing with y'all women, vice versa. But some people don't get it. You know, like the dude that told me 2 years ago that different people bring different things out of you. Okay. That's on you, dog. You allow different women to bring different shit out of you, then I guess you're just not real then. Because if you real, how the fuck did this woman make me act this way and this woman make me act that sounds like an excuse to me. I'll be the father to you, but this woman doesn't make me want to be the father to my other kid. Think about what I just said, and I'm getting the fuck up off here. Because that's the best way I can explain it. This woman right here makes me want to be the father to my kid, but this one over here makes me not want to be the father to my kid. Does that sound like it makes any fucking sense to y'all? I'm done.